Let's see what's next on the list. It's time to meet your Blue Hat Bucket List traveler, Gary Dean.
Blue Hat Bucket List traveler Gary Dean with Pink Hat traveler Tony.
Hi.
And we're going to go over our trips. We bought this map of all 50 states and the provinces of Canada. And we've seen all except for a couple in Canada. So we're just going to go through it here trip by trip. So in 2019 was when we first started our plan to see more of America. So we flew from Tony's place in the Philippines to California. And then we flew to Hawaii, down there. And then we went to New York. We flew to New York from Hawaii, which was a long one. And then we went to Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada, down over here somewhere. There it is, by California. Okay, so that was the first trip, and that was all by plane. We stayed in our timeshares. Hilton has timeshares in New York, Hawaii, and Vegas. So we just used the timeshares and the airplanes. We flew everywhere, did a bit of Ubering, and we got those done. And then on the next trip, Tony came. I drove down to Los Angeles. I picked her up. We went into California, went up to San Francisco, and then we cut over to Arizona. And then we went to New Mexico. And then we went through Oklahoma. Went all the way to the East Coast. Arkansas, Tennessee, and South Carolina. We stopped in Tennessee to see Elvis. He wasn't there, but his house was, and it was beautiful. Graceland was amazing. We stayed in the Graceland Hotel. It was wow. Then we hung out in Myrtle Beach a bit, and then we went into Georgia. Then we went down into Florida. Which way is Florida? This way?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we went back. Now we got to go back. So we spent some time in Florida. We hung out. We went down, saw Miami, South Beach,
Key West.
Key West. Well, actually, Key Largo. We didn't make it all the way to Key West.
Largo.
And then we went up through Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast, leaving Florida. We saw Alabama. We saw Mississippi, Louisiana. We stopped in Louisiana and New Orleans and hung out. It was wow. We loved it. Then we went into Texas.
That's the
Went into Texas. We went to Austin. Was incredible. Then we drove down to San Antonio and saw the Alamo. It was very great. And then we went back into California and dropped Tony off, and she flew home. Next trip, Tony came. I guess we could do that because she flew into British Columbia. So she saw British Columbia, Canada. And then we took a cruise up to Alaska. And then we got back in the car and we went down into Washington State. Up here in the corner. We went into Montana. We're going to go across here. We went to South Dakota to see Mount Rushmore. Went into Wyoming to see Old Faithful. We passed Idaho going back. And we went to Oregon. And then back into Washington to watch the Toronto Blue Jays play the Seattle Mariners. 3 days in the hot sun, but we cheered, and it was pretty much like being at a Blue Jays home game down there. It's all Canadians, and we won the series 2-3. So it was nice. And then we flew from Washington to Ohio to see Dan Kennedy, the marketing guru. Went to a live event. Cost few $1,000s, but I just went to pay homage to the guy who taught me enough about marketing to make my money. So pay my respects. Smart guy. He's still around. Russell Brunson bought Magnetic Marketing, but yeah, if you got a business and you're looking for any marketing stuff, Kennedy's your guy, and Russell owns that now. And get the newsletter and get the stuff, and they got great value there. Smart guy, smart guy. Okay, so that was that trip. Now you can see we got a lot left on the board. This is a big one. We're going to do it all. It took us 2 months, but we got her done. So Tony flew to BC, then we got in the car, we drove to Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, and Quebec.
Niagara Falls.
Ontario, we went to Niagara Falls. It was amazing, and Toronto. Went to a Blue Jays game. Yeah, we did a lot in Toronto, and then we went to Quebec. And the reason we did all that was we got on a cruise ship in Quebec. Quebec City is the oldest city in North America. A little bit of history for you. We flew from Quebec, so we're going to do a cruise. We drove all the way across, left the car in Quebec City.
To Maryland.
We took an airplane and we flew down to Maryland. Right here.
Yeah.
Boom. Right there.
Okay.
So we flew into Maryland. We got on the cruise ship. First stop, Boston. Beantown. Did a great tour. Loved it. Then we went up into Maine. This is all in the cruise ship. Was great. Had lobsters. Yeah, you got to check out the lobsters if you're in Maine. Was amazing. And then on the cruise, we went to New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and back to Quebec City where they dropped us off. Now we're in Quebec City, and we got to drive down through America. I think it's these ones here. So we got to work on this side here for a while. So we went. So we got in our car. We drove down through Maine. We did New Hampshire. We did Vermont. We did Rhode Island. Then we went to Pennsylvania. And what did we do in Pennsylvania?
What?
Hershey.
Okay, yeah.
Hershey, Pennsylvania. Chocolate City. A lot of fun. It was good fun. Then we just cruised through Connecticut, down into Delaware, over to New Jersey. And what did we do in New Jersey? Atlantic City.
Oh, okay.
Couple days. It was wow. Atlantic City's a lot of fun. Then we went down into Virginia, and we went into Virginia Beach. Amazing beaches down there. It was wow. The fighter planes were practicing above us. It was incredible. Getting my foot onto the beach. Virginia Beach. Beautiful. Wow, look at that. Soft. Oh, it's so soft. Warm. It's 80-some degrees. That's that Neptune statue. And yeah, did you hear those fighter jets going? That was crazy. But just look how big the beach is. Yeah, it's a Thursday in September. I can't imagine on a Saturday in August. Lots of people already though. I'm gonna try and find a t-shirt, and yeah, wow. Here's another fighter jet. Crazy, and another one. Boom. Boom. Scrambling the jets. America, Virginia. And then we went to Washington, D.C. So they put that over here. And we did a tour.
White House.
White House and Lincoln statues and the monuments. We did a monument tour, hired a private guide so we could get it done in the day, and it was wow. And then we drove through West Virginia.
Typhoon.
Yeah, a hurricane had hit in Florida, so it was bad. Crazy weather. We're going through the mountains. What's that?
Flooding.
Flooding. Going through the mountains, raining so hard. And Tony asked, is that how the weather here is? And I said, I've never been here before, but maybe, I don't know. It's sure crazy rain, raining a lot. It's because of the hurricane that come up from Florida and hurt all these people.
Okay.
They're living the dream, honey.
And we're up in the mountain.
They didn't bring the girlfriends with them.
In Virginia.
Where's the girls?
It's raining so hard.
In North Carolina, we did too. And luckily we did that. By the next day, most of that was washed out. So it was lucky we got through there and out of there. Then we drove through Kentucky, Indiana, Kentucky Fried Chicken in Kentucky, Indiana, Johnny Carson. No, that's Nebraska. Not much in Indiana. Oh, Indianapolis Speedway we went to. That was our big thing in Indiana. And no, this is Michigan. We went to Cereal City, Battle Creek, Michigan. It was wow. Check it out one day. Illinois. Went to Chicago. The Sphere. Not the Sphere though. The Millennium Ball, Millennium Park, and they've got a, huh?
Did they call it beer?
Something. It's a big mirror kind of ball looking thing, and it reflects the whole city. It's very cool. It's right downtown Chicago. You can't miss it if you go there. It's very fun. We also went to Soldier Field, pay respects to the Chicago Bears. The first spokesperson for my company was Refrigerator Perry, who played for the '85 Bears when they won the Super Bowl. He was my guy. Okay, then we did Missouri. Missouri, we went to St. Louis, the Gateway Arch. It was amazing.
Oh yeah.
10 times bigger than I thought. It was incredible. It's very good. Iowa, we just cruised through. Wisconsin, just cruised through. Minnesota, Mall of America, big mall. It was fun. It was nice. All tourists there. North Dakota, to see the movie Fargo. Where Fargo, they got a whole thing in Fargo, North Dakota about the Fargo the movie. Go check it out. Here we go. Now we went to Nebraska. Two famous people from Nebraska. We went by Johnny Carson's, the late night talk show host. We went by his childhood home. It was wow. And then we went to see the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett's house. Big house, nice neighborhood. That's where Warren lives. It's nice. Then we went down into Kansas.
What's in Kansas?
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we showed up on Wizard of the Oz Day.
Oztober.
Oztober instead of October. It was Oztober. It was a disaster for parking and everything. They had all the streets closed. I expected to show up and it'd be a little museum and 6 of us there, and there was people from all over the world came. They were all dressed. There was 1,000 Dorothys running around. Anyways, it was fun. We saw the museum and did our stuff and Toto, and yeah, it was fun. It was nice. Amigo, Kansas. Imagine.
Find a
came
number.
here, and it's Oz Day.
We have Riley.
They're off to
who's
see
gonna
the
pick out a
wizard.
number.
The
And I think
wonderful
Riley
Wizard of
maybe
Oz.
helped make the muffins.
It's pretty fun.
Riley made the muffins.
Okay.
They're very good. And it looks like number
35
22,
Celsius, super
which is
hot,
somewhere down
crazy,
here.
and windy,
I think it's
just
right
like it should be
there.
in Kansas.
Woo! Muffin walk.
Kansas for
Or a
Wizard of
cakewalk,
Oz
you might
Day.
say.
Wow.
So we got some numbers. Well, the numbers are a little
Here's the
worn out
museum
by
up
the end of the
here.
day here. We're gonna play a little
There's the
music,
yellow brick road
then we're
over
gonna
there.
march, and you gotta lift your legs up.
Crazy.
And
We're having
even
fun.
crazy guys on scooters.
Then we went to Colorado, stayed in Denver. It was nice because we went to Garden of the Gods, I guess they call it. Beautiful red rocks. It was very nice, and mainly to see Pikes Peak. And that's because of the car racing. I love they do the car race there every year in June. They race to the top of that thing, and you can go race it anytime you want if you want. It's 2 or 4, I think 2 to 4 hours it would take you. We didn't do that. We just looked at it, but yeah, a very beautiful mountain. Budweiser, true. We went to Budweiser. That was in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, as well as the Gateway Arch. We also did Budweiser. Saw the Clydesdales. They had them out practicing, so that was very great. At the Budweiser building, thought we'd get a picture, and here's the Clydesdales walking. So beautiful. So beautiful, aren't you? Yes, you are. So beautiful. Well, that's just lucky. I guess he's going to put them in there, into the truck and trailer. It's a Sunday, so maybe they're going to a parade. Very cool. Yeah, they got a tour here at this building sometimes, so that's very cool. There's the Clydesdales of Budweiser. Just taking them out for their morning exercise. Isn't that cool? So beautiful, aren't they? Yes, they are. Gotta move my camera a little more through the fence. Anyways, very special, very lucky. They call me Mr. Lucky. Three-legged dog named Lucky, right? Look at them, so beautiful. Wow. That's Amazon, isn't it? Beautiful, yes they are, so pretty. Yes, thank you. We got stories for everything. You're going to see all the videos eventually. We got 1 million pictures and videos. We're going to do it, piece by piece by piece. Every day we did something. Number 50, the final state, saved the best for last. I'm not sure, but Utah's pretty safe and fun. It's a pretty nice place. Utah. We went to Salt Lake City and we looked around, went and checked out some of the Mormon tabernacles and whatnot. And then when we left, we went to the Bonneville Speedway, Salt Flats record holding and stuff. It was very amazing. Took my car out on there, did some zipping around. Tony filmed that. We got videos of that. I'm gonna try and record myself in the Salt Flats. Go Mustang, go, go, go. So now you can see, so that's everything Tony's done. I've done, what's this one? Puerto Rico. I've been there on cruise ships. Puerto Rico's done for me. Tony still has to do it. I've been to Mexico, Acapulco, Cabo. You'll see those. I did a cruise out of Los Angeles. Saw a lot of Mexico that way. I've been to Newfoundland, also on a cruise ship. I came from Greenland, from Europe. I went from Iceland to Greenland, down through Newfoundland, and then into New York City. So that was a nice one. And there's 2 still that neither one of us have been to that we got to do. Maybe next summer. We'll see how it goes. We still have to get up to Yukon
And
Northwest Territories.
okay.
That's our final 2. And this last road trip to finish off all that stuff was 240 hours in the car, over 20,000 kilometers, which is 12,000 miles. So 6 weeks in the car and 2 weeks on the cruise ship. It was a crazy long trip. We're happy it's done. And we finished our bucket list of that. We got other things on the list, but this is done.
You didn't tell about the
Oh.
54. You didn't.
Area 51, Nevada.
Area 51.
When we were, so we after Utah, we drove down into Vegas. We've been to Vegas before, but we went again. And we did the Sphere, we did the Link wheel, they call it the high roller wheel, we did that. Then we ate at Gordon Ramsay Burger. Food took an hour and something, so Gordon paid for us. Thank you again, Gordon, free is good. And then we were leaving Vegas, and we were gonna, Vegas over here, and we're gonna drive up, and then through Idaho, and into Washington. And we ended up also going through Oregon, right? Yeah, Oregon stretches. We came up to Oregon. Anyways, went up through the desert because it's October. You want to avoid the snow and bad weather as much as you can. And we bumped into Area 51. We stopped for gas just by chance at a town. And they had Area 51 t-shirts for sale. So we asked, why is it around here? And they're like, yeah, it's 40 miles that way.
Extraterrestrial highway.
Yeah, you take the extraterrestrial highway, which is Highway 375, and you can go see Area 51. We just went a couple miles down the extraterrestrial highway to the gift store. They got a visitor center gift store there with all the stuff. And the original, they've got copies of the original Area 51 signs, which if you drove to Area 51, that's all you would see because they keep you far back, right? You're not going to see anything if you go there. Hey, guess where we are? Love it. And we're at Area 51. Figure it out. Scary. It's actually 40 miles or something that way, and that's out of the way, so we're not going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours. They got a visitor center here, the extraterrestrial signs down there. I think it's Highway 375, the main road, and there's just off of it you get that sign, and then drive down the extraterrestrial highway couple miles and they got a nice gift shop and everything here. Get lots of fun things. And that's an exact replica of the sign that would be at Area 51, so that's how they did it, because a lot of people don't want to go down there. It's too far. Very cool. We were asking, where's Area 51? Well, it's here. Crazy. Very fun. So yeah, we bought this couple hoodie Area 51 things and t-shirts, and I got my alien driver's license, so I'm allowed to fly spaceships now. We had a lot of fun just by chance. I tell you, like, we didn't do things in every state like we could have, but on every one of these, you know, just okay, we're going to go through Connecticut. If you put in, you know, 5 great things to see in Connecticut, you'll find them and you go there. All great. Get out there and see it. Anything else? That's it. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up. Blue Hat Bucket List Traveler with the Pink Hat Traveler. We had a lot of fun, and thanks Tony for joining me on the video. And we found this board and all the magnets in a gas station, so that was a good buy. I think it maybe cost, you know, $300 for everything, but at least it's done. We don't have to buy magnets everywhere we go now. We got them all.
But
so
we
yeah.
still do.
Huh?
We still do.
Still buy magnets anyways.
Yeah.
True. Gifts for people and also for us. Okay. Blue Hat Bucket List Traveler. Hope you're having a great day and get a bucket list.
Now, get started on your bucket list and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single adventure with your Blue Hat Bucket List Traveler, Gary Dean.